I feel like I'm gonna be dead after reading. So I'm gonna play, like, as long until I get tired of reading. I don't think they intend me to, like, go and break the plank, so I'm not gonna... I'm not gonna BS my way through it. How about that? What's he got? He's got posts on different things. Two wisdom. These are less, though. Two strength, less charisma. Two wisdom, less strength. This gives me more dex. Kid's working his ass off getting that bread. He must be doing that optional weekend school. He'll go far in life with that attitude, but that fire under his ass must have been lit by something fierce. Child worker, holy shit.
Huh?
Hello there, sir. I read magazines. Great, we've got a bunch. You like fiction? Tall Tales of Terrible Tombs? Or maybe the Weekly Homestead, if you're looking for a new place? I technically live with my mom. Fiction is a waste of time. I like fiction. Same. There's so much shit out though. Hard to know what's decent. The kid looks distraught. Never mind. Welcome to the Pillar Kiosk. How can I help you today, sir? He looks around. Do you want to buy something? Want to buy? I'm not here to talk. I also have some questions. About what? Cleric questions. Okay. He looks down the road. Not too much traffic lately, so sure. So it doesn't tell me what they do, but I guess I could check. Hold on. Can I ask you a favor? Anything. I've heard there's trouble down on the water lane tonight. Please go and make sure that nothing happens, okay? Why do you care? He looks down. Please just do it. Alright. Hex Weekly. I want something that gives me dex. Which will be Norvikian Post.
Huh?
Buying something? Do you have Norvikian Post? What do you know about the tea shop? So yes, I was here, you know, saw it with my own two eyes. I heard it too, definitely heard it. How loud was it? Super loud. And shaky too, I almost fell over. Walk me through it. Okay. Kiosk at dawn, by noon in the morning, rush, I climbed down. I remember the bike rack was full. Our lane workers most commute on the new bridge, but the halfway bridge, he fair share of bikers every day and night. But by noon, it was pretty dead. which is great. Less work for me. Go on. I hid in the back, though. Thought it was a, you know, attack. It was. What about the fire? I felt the heat, even all the way over here. It was like a kid gesture, a large sphere for you. Really weird fire, then he mutters, shrinking the size of his imagined sphere. Weird. Gone in an instant. Weird fire? Yeah, it was like... really weird. Lean in, say... just say it, kid. It was blue. Only for a split second when I looked again, the whole building was on fire, but it was normal-looking fire, so I might have just imagined it. Interesting. I guess. Just kind of weird. See anyone suspicious? Not really. Just the normal types. The goblin was arguing human by the temple and some mild shouting about some business thing. Otherwise pretty dead around noon here, usually. Anything else you noticed? Yeah, sure I did, Mr. Drummer. He's the owner of the tea shop, former tea shop. Usually the tea shop opens in the afternoon on work days. So it's not weird to see him walking about all day. Chatty fellow buys a lot of newspapers. Where was he going? Don't know. Saw him leaving the tea shop right before noon. Right before noon? Yeah, right before the massive explosion occurred? Kid clicks his tongue. When you put it like that, look, I don't know where Mr. Dumber is, or where he went. Just saw him rushing down the stairs, guessing he headed for Water Lane like everyone does. Did anyone else leave the tea shop? No, just Mr. Drummer, he says, confidence in his voice. It was a boring day, so I pretty much just people watched all morning. Mr. Drummer was the only one I saw leaving the tea shop all day. Well, until the explosion. Did you see him enter? Actually, no, so there's another entrance. So I guess he must have slept there or entered before dawn. And no one else entered all morning? Not a soul. Usually not too many people there in the morning or forenoon, really. Forenoon? That's a good word. I like that. People should say that more often. Feel very Norvikian. Yeah? I saw it in the newspaper once. They like using dwarfish words. Like that, though. My brother doesn't want me reading those copper papers. If it teaches you fancy words like that, then it's probably good to avoid it. Don't want to sound like a snob. Kid nods along. Anyway, about the tea shop owner. Yeah? Did Drummer act strange when he left? Just in a hurry. Maybe saw him shuffle toward the stairs of the Circle Square, probably heading down to Water Lane. Why Water Lane? It's the only place to go, either that or the Goblin Garden or the city below. Saw him? Absolutely, no doubt. He trails off muttering to himself. He went downstairs to Pillar Crossing. That's all I saw. I've been going over it in my head. Pretty, shocking stuff. He's strong. He should take pride in that. Can you tell me about the owner of the tea shop? Mr. Drummer's customer? Seems nice enough for bird folk. I've heard he hangs in the Sphinx a lot, and he's got connections with all sorts of folk politically. Asgulls use the tea shop a lot. Purchase Hex Weekly for 20 crowns. Purchase To Tame a Dame. Oh, it's cheaper. Norvikian Post. I want Norvikian Post. Only paid 9. Yeah. Oh, you are a postie. He quickly stammers something else as he hands over the newspaper. Sorry, I mean, good choice. Most people choose the Post these days. I wanted that because it gives me 1 in dex. Get my dex up. Get my dex up, you know? Strength is alright. but my wisdom is like suffering. Getting that dex as high as I can. So we have a sword that gives me strength. So the question is, do I want strength or do I want... This helps advantage in esoteric events. I don't know what an esoteric event is. This gives strength. This helps where you might need a hammer. So the question is, do I want constitution or do I want more strength? I feel like strength is handy. This is -3 intelligence. Jesus. Alright. We have so much money. Like, we could have stole that book, but it was such a high roll that it wasn't really worth doing. What's this? Looks greasy. Oily instructions. Page hard to read, text titled A Gnome Starter Guide to Esoteric Memorization. You hold up the paper, finding it to actually be torn page of a book. Name is suggests the book is called A Gnome Starter Guide to Esoteric. Read it. The first step to understanding esoteric memorization is understanding the underlying powers at play. Jor's strings stretch across this coast, invisible to the eye yet connected to all things living and dead. A spell is simply a set of rules you must follow in order to manipulate those strings into esoteric effect. Yet those rules are themselves esoteric in nature as much. Most wizards will find it impossible to remember more than a handful of spells at a time. This is a big divide between cantrips and actual spells, as cantrips are both easy to remember will not consume a spell slot. Spell slots are the most common, representing how many spells. As a gnome, you are naturally gifted in the art of illusion magic. Other schools will be more difficult to memorize. A suggested harmless spell to use in training, first level spell Grease, to increase your chances at memorization. Attempt to cast it at least 2 times per day. In the margins, there's a handwritten, hard-to-read note. It says, every evening and every lunch break at work, remember, you can do it. How mysterious. You should try to figure out what happened here. Let's see, there's a grease stain on the bridge. It must mean something, but what? Are you joking? I have a -2 in intelligence. Oh. Hey, nat 20. Ah, yes. The gnome cast grease and then slipped off the side of the bridge, falling down into the water. That explains it. Poor gnome. Intensely dangerous. A greasy ending out like he went in. Like he went in? What are you speaking of? Is that some sort of innuendo? It wasn't a great one, but yeah. Oh. Well, don't do that. It's dirty. Learn the spell. Grease. Glimmerize the piece of paper. I know spell grease. Grease. Learned. God, I have so much stuff. This is +1 dexterity, -1 charisma. Is this a helm? No. What is this considered to be? It's one of these things? That's like -2 charisma I'm taking then. Which I don't know if it's worth. Don't know if that's worth it. I'll get a higher dex. My charisma will suffer. And this just gives me a dex increase without a minus, so not worth it. Not worth it. Start putting some stuff into deep storage. This is -2 wisdom, but it's giving me 2 strength, so... Empty all stored items into your inventory. No. Constitution or intelligence increases for a week. You could just put this stuff in deep storage for now. Oh, this is 3 HP. Can't eat too full. Great. I'll keep the rat on me. This is +2 intelligence. So this is +2 against bureaucrats. That's just +1 strength, -2 wisdom. I examined this. I don't really need the tooth. Wait, hold on. I'll just keep it in my inventory for now. Because there might be some stuff I can sell that I don't necessarily need. I'm scared to even touch this bird. So I learned grease. A bit of pork rind or butter. On a point within range and turns it into a low friction difficult terrain for the duration. I don't know if I can... See a bird. Largest beady eyes are staring out at nothing. Checked you out just as you approached. Greetings. React to you. It snaps at your fingers and you quickly pull away. Could have been bad. I want to. Oh, that's +1 strength. I don't really need it. But I do have such a high dex. I don't think it would be hard. Because we could probably sell it. I'm gonna save here. Anything that's like less than DC 15 is worth taking. I don't like how you can't load. Can I load? No, you want me to play this out, you fuck. Minus 5 HP. Look, I just wanted the easy shit, alright? I just wanted the easy magazines. I didn't want, like, the crazy ones. Because the other ones are iffy. You know, they're 15. Which I guess I only need really a 10 and I'll still get it, but it's kind of iffy. I'll probably come back when I have higher decks to get those. Apparently we have quests. We have this, Young and Dumb. You hear trouble water lane this evening on your first day on Tolstad. You should check it out. The city is changing, as are you. You have always been a volatile. But now it's time to choose for real. You have unlocked the ability to ask people what they are voting for. A deep urge inside of you is calling. You need to ask. You must ask over and over again at least 20 times. Okay, 10. You have currently asked people 2 times. So I have to ask. Cash kidnapping. There are many ways to describe it. Get rich or die trying. To get this milk delivery gig, try checking around water lane in the morning. I don't think we're considered the morning anymore. I know we're in the noon. Evening is like night, right? Drunk Shrink opens at 18. Ooh. Apple. I think I want to sell stuff. Like maybe I should go try to find the shop. Sell some junk. I could try touching the pillar down under. Because what, I needed like a certain amount of strength? I think. So I could equip stuff. See if I can get it. Somebody on that roof. Okay. Scribe, surprisingly competent hard worker, has nested interest in the current regime. Devils used to be allowed into the city. So you could have served for several decades. Use your head towards the sky. Above you sits a tiny red creature. His wings flutter. This little guy with wings reading his little newspaper. The fiend throws a quick glance your way. He's annoyed. He does not acknowledge your presence. What you reading? I like the funny pictures. They're the best part. I believe the friend, he's being sarcastic. I don't read much unless it's political. At least you're reading something. Get a good look at you. Earthguard, a cleric? What are you doing here? Is uncommon. This little man looks sunburnt. Divine mission. Get in your way. I, for one, am very happy for your presence. Has gone downhill since the city let the goblins and free striders run amok. A kiss ass. We need some damn order in this place. Wise words. So if you need any legal advice, just let me know. Gives you a tiny sharp smirk. Careful, devilish advice can bite you real quick. You can hear out any advice, just don't listen to it blindly. What does the law have to say on resurrections? I have some question about a PPG. You're about the tea shop? Of course, pretty hard to miss when flying past full set. What's your take? It blew up, but sure you want to hear. Why do you think it blew up? Honestly, I haven't seen a blast zone like that since the Coast War, and you didn't hear this from me, but that is helping you out of self-interest, surely. Be careful. The scorch marks look like it's from a fireball, but not the kind you get from trigger-happy pit fiend. We're talking high-level wizard stuff. Be careful, cleric. Powerful forces are in work here. Thinking about it for a few more seconds, make it clear to me that it's big cover-up. Wouldn't be the first time a city-trained spellcaster goes a little off the hinge. Corruption in every street, even in the great city Norvik. And that I do not be self-incriminating or anything, but could be a fiend or an elemental. I mean, has shipments from the Kargamesh every other month. Maybe a fire elemental slipped through. Who knows? The city is honorable. You're talking about the author of many. So deal. Trust me, honor is a rare trait among bureaucrats. But I suggest having a chat with the owner of the tea shop. Who knows what feathers were ruffled, eh? He gives you an ominous chuckle. RPG? Permission of public gathering? Yeah, I think I know what you're getting at. Throws a look over his shoulder. He finds what as annoying as you do. How long does it take to get one? A week, depending on your contracts and your port. Can I have one? Darrow? Original Earth folk houses? Okay. Maybe don't, unless you got some really important message to deliver to the people. Okay. Yep. what about Charm Person? Such a fascinating spell. Of course, all spellcasters are required to be registered in Norvik. It's the same in all not completely chaotic city-states. There are certain spells that are just not allowed at all, like Fireball is a popular example. But Charm Person is, despite its devilish mind control, legal if it is cast by a registered cleric or city-hired interrogated mage. People don't tend to like it when I cast Charm Person on them. That's understandable. Folk tend to enjoy agency. Free Willy, it's pretty popular. But if you ask me, it's overrated. People don't know what's best for them. What a horrid worldview. Does the law here say on resurrections? That's one hell of a question. The imp enjoying his pun before moving. Higher tiers aren't illegal, they're just not available anymore. Are you legally? For all intents and purposes, you are alive on death. On the other hand, would be very difficult affliction. And how is that defined? As long as necromancy is considered divine origin and the soul is returned to a healthy body, consider it as a normal resurrection. Black magic shit, as they say, or some corpse animation, we consider a bodily sacrilege. Good then, I'm alive. Haven't many talkative zombies in my day, so yeah, you're alive, cleric. Does death absolve? Now you're asking real questions, but no, it does not. There's been actual laws signed in old kingdoms over this shit. He leans in looking excited. You got the devil going. That's a good thing? He's dancing for you. Keep it up and he'll love you to death. So classic story, alright? Guy is caught murdering his neighbor. Real sick shit. He executed after a quick trial. Justice wins again. But surprise, Holy Man raises him up a couple months later. Foul necromancer. In this situation, the bad guy did technically pay for his crimes. Life was taken by the state just because somebody gave it back to him. Doesn't change the fact, right? Well, people weren't too happy with that, and you can imagine. Thus, the common legal term these days for capital punishment is DIP. Death in perpetuity. Stands for death in perpetuity. Kind of funny when you think about it. Makes total sense. It does. The city of Norvik be a bit of a mess at times, but believe me, the lawkeepers know their shit. So to keep criminals dipped, most states tend to hide, lock up, or simply burn corpses and spread the ashes using non-resurrectable methods. So proper DIP dead guy shouldn't be able to return without the use of some miraculous 9th level spell, which obviously these days isn't too likely. Thinks about the question for a bit. There's been cases heard of a man stabbed, bled out just in time for a drunk cleric to arrive, cast Revivify, and the bloke lived. The stabber ended up being charged with a major transgression of personal well-being, and that's not murder per se, but I'd argue it had more to do with the fellow's barrister making it clear to the judiciaries there's no killing intent. So not an accident, but not a murder, just we're all gone too far. Low level, there's Revivify, that's it. High-ranking officials love having clerics around with this one spell. Bunch of pussies. That's all I wanted to ask about. Not available? Figure a cleric would know better than me, but he says, shrugs, sass. Over 4th or 5th are rarely seen these days. If you want to know why, go pray. After Earth died, it's been a bit hard for even the top-ranking clerics to manage higher tier magic. At least if you believe the rumors as the towers, that's all I wanted to ask. What about alignment? Norvik does not moralize over alignment officially. Yes? Oh yes, indeed, it's pretty easy to spot. You don't have their worst interests in mind? Evil is not subject, it's entirely internal. The legal position within the city. I'm just fairly knowledgeable in the magistrate's code. He shows you a foul grin. What kind of work do you do? You will never work a day in your life, he says and smirks. So what do you do? Me? I do scribing most days. Got some connections within the palace, and believe me, phew, it's got me through some tough times. Work is work, although you'd prefer something more exciting. Filthy thievery? That does sound very exciting, good suggestion. That sounds profitable, sure is, although there's a lot of time spent waiting around too. What are you voting for? What am I voting for? That means you, the little devil says with a laugh. The good guys. Oh, you know it, Norvik. The only good choice. Anyway, you wanted something else? What do you do in your spare time? Calligraphy? A true man knows the value of lettering. Oh, and I love me some reading. Gaining access to during when changed my life. Largest public library in Norvik. You spent many years in your ninth inside these stony walls. I'm done. Free legal advice? Oh, yes. Alright. There's something over here. What's this? Pillar crossing. Oh, it's another pillar I can touch. You have to wait to get inside till 18. Should probably not check out the goblins right away. The Pillar of Jor towers unintelligibly. Touch the wondrous pillar. Don't take part in. Oh! Did it. Speak. Hello? Hello? Or something. Who's there? It says divinity. It says death. What? The voice ends. Your hands repelled from the surface. Weird. You understand plainly there is more to the pillar than you need to investigate? In time and further below. I want to touch the other pillar now, because I feel like maybe I could do something with it. Halfway's property. There's so many quests. I've asked 3 times. You've mentioned free-started talking points at least one single time. You've shown your preference for the party of Norvik one single time. A new Earthguard veteran. 3 times. There's so much shit. What's this? To retrieving a rare copy of... which is supposedly found somewhere in the dungeons in the city below. You do not have permission to enter the tea shop. You need authorization from the magistrate of Tolstad. According to you know his mansion can be found up the hill on central Tolstad. The owner of the tea shop is unaccounted for. Locate this Birdman and find out what he knows. Holy. You were brought to the Lich House by some fisherman, but how did you survive your plunge into the river? Well, somebody resurrected me. That's how. Somebody fucking resurrected me, man. Dragon of Tolstad. It's getting pretty close to the later time. So I should probably keep close around here, because when is evening? That's what I have to search. I hate it when games say evening. What time is evening? 6 to 9 p.m. So 18. 18 would be 6. So 18 to... $18 to 21? Military time. Well, I'll just assume it's 18 to 21. So I can only have 1 spell? Oh no, I have more than 1 spell slot. The type abbreviation celestial elemental fey fiend or undead indicated to you. Additionally, any behold check will reveal the creature's alignment in accordance to Jor's strings. Affects all creatures in the current area. Sure. Do Shield of Faith. Sure. Just do all those. So we have access to all those spells. Is this open? I can't get through here. There's a door inside this tunnel. So can I cast this to see better? That help me in any way? Okay, I wanted to touch this. Touch pillar. So I need 8. Spend 1? Oh, I just want... Oh, it tells me how much I have. Got it. Esoteric Ebb. You gloved hand the surface. You find the will to listen. You bear the burden of that. Silently mumbling to your God, to your people, and this great city. It fades and the voice grows, not in size but in number. Them join in your prayer. Some dismiss it, some hate it. Before you in dark stretches covered the bodies of the damned in the waiting for their souls on display for judgment calls sorting. You see a face turn to look at you. At first you believe it to be him. And you understand as the man who appears to be both younger and older gives you kind of look of regret and a father would have on seeing the return of a lost child. Face the stairs, you watch him go again and again. Again. Blood pumping. Get a grip, the vision is faded. Whatever you saw, it quickly disappears deep into your skull. The pillar does not whisper. Go further down. You understand plainly there is more to this pillar you need to investigate. In time and further below. Venture, your old spellbook is ruined. Declare yourself the cleric of Norvik 6 times. It's a grand title. Suitable for a true human cleric like yourself. And nobody can stop you from being the coolest sneaker until said. Yeah, I'm just saying I'm the cleric. His rhythm, his voice, find it at his closest pillar. It reaches deep, investigate it on every level. Meditate with the pillar of Jor on Pillar Street. The voices inside the pillar down in the city below. You spoke with the whispers. They're ominous to say the least. Jor's realm and you heard its voice. Find it at his closest pillar. It reaches deep. Investigate on every level. Huh. Nothing that way? Oh, this is death. Spells do I have? Charm person. Remove 1 HP, 1 level of exhaustion. Restore 1 spell slot for resting. We're getting close to that level? What is that? 2 Constitution, Amulet of the Annihilator. Examine it. Don't. Do. Pain. Annihilated. Sniff it? Can I lick it? No, why not? No, come on, please. You are not going to lick it. So I have this orb. Two constitution and intelligence. I like my high charisma, though. That's the issue. I like my high charisma. Whatever. Nah, I'll keep that. This might be worth selling. But are you saying with a light on? Oh my god, there's items? A book? Open. Keep flipping. In the local lich house. Wait, what am I looking for? The Lost 6th edition. So we're looking for the 6th edition. Sidvik's book on the mind. Cool. If you ask nicely, it may be yours. Dude. Oh. Whoa. Library. The living library. Shards of Jor. The problem is 16 would be 4. We're waiting until it says like 18. There it is. Oh. Right away it says on the first page in big. Blood property of House Hennigan's. Huh, look at the link. Pretty modern, doesn't it? The book of Quest Complete. Or rather, he wants to see the sizable foreword. How are you? I'm good. Taking out the first dozen pages of the book. Hold on, there's something. You will cease. Shooting into the endless above. Behind you. At the center of the strange spiral of wrist floating, just so that catch a glimpse of one surreal shape. Who are you? Identify yourself. We are any pages, all words. We see you. Tasked with retrieving this book. A true statement. Shakes lightly at the tone of this esoteric entity's voice. You do feel there is no immediate threat here. Was that your book on the outside? Really did not mean to steal from you. You have taken it. Has begun. What was that your book on the outside? I've written the pages of the tome, the book. We are. Who created you? Minds of the cord pullers, servants of Jor. Did they create? Cord pullers built their empire around the gate. That is where they are. Interesting. Tell me more about yourself. Can you see the strings of Jor? We are one with the string. Surveyor's book. Rarity is a trait determined by the beholder. In your opinion, we do not convey through opinion. Can't be found anywhere else. Which cannot be found anywhere else. Which one is objectively the most sought after, and in terms of contained information, most difficult to find elsewhere? We hold 3 tomes, each of which holds a level of uniqueness and a universal desire among the populace of this plane that they can be considered the most rare copies of the collection. 16 Lessons of Current by Chromancer, of Ultimate Wisdom by assorted authors, copy of Vulgata by Saint Jerome. A Vulgata? A copy survived? Tell me more about the text. No, its content is known only to those who can offer an equal exchange. Ultimate Wisdom? Where did you get the Vulgata? That is the name that was given. Those seem like some rare texts. Yes, they are hidden from you, for you do not hold anything of equal value. What if I could get something of more value and come back? That makes sense. Do you stay in the same place, or do you move about? The location changes, the worthy are drawn near. So it's temporary pop-up sort of situation? We built words of all the words of those who spin the yarn, yet do not thread the string. What else can you tell me? Everything and nothing. Fear and effective communication. What do you want from me? Peace given, a peace returned. And so what, I need to give you a book of equal value? No, nothing. Oh my god. A DC 5 in intelligence. This book must be worth a fortune. 100,000 crowns. Collector. Okay. Success. There is nothing you have that might exchange the quality of this tome. However, it's not connected. It is not. It will be unlikely that this thing would apply its own material break to the value on text, simply because would not keep the value of the collection intact. If you take out this book and then spread the secret forward hidden then that Epledent spoke to so longly about, then the value would crash. And the monetary value of the collection would collapse. It has to be an object of what, sentimental value? Yes, something that symbolizes a similar value on an ineffable level. This separation appraises its collection, which means there is only one object in your possession that would reach in any way a high enough level of value. It says the apparition, the light. Growing more apparent. Yes. That would be an equal exchange. You know it. You sworn to guard it with your life. Symbol of political internal struggle. What kind of man would just throw it away? Just throwing it away. The vote is just one vote. If you get that book, you could, you know, buy as many votes as you want. What a terrible turn, just do it. You should think about this hard. Come, just do it. Holding the voting card in your hand, on its surface, you see the marks of an indecisive man lit up below a living library. Give away your voting card. The command. Ranghelm's voting card. I don't care. The voice lets out a deep harrowing statement. The exchange is accepted. Your one and only voice is lost. The trade is complete. So sad, I can't believe I lost my one and only vote in the election. Well, doesn't really make sense, does it? What? If you lose the voting card, you can obviously just get a new one. It's probably not a smooth process. Yeah, like, dude, just get a new one. Norvik, but it is not big of a deal. What? Suddenly the light returns. Value is depreciated. Deal was done. No takey backsies. Deal was, is, are. It's confused. Now's your time. Shit, run. You quickly slip the fancy book into your pouch of holding, and in the same movement begin to sprint up the spiral hallway. As you do, the voice lets out a deep, harrowing statement. No exchange offered. Your soul will take its place. Book upon the shelves begin to crumble and shake, trusting to dust one by one in a series of violent Esoteric poofs. Poof is the scientific term of curse. The ground shakes and the world collapses as you are up the stairs. You will join the collection. As if a fire burned your behind, you run towards the exit. Stop! The apparition clearly wasn't ready for your sprint. It must be because you tacked it with the voting card. That was a great move. Rush ahead. The shelves turn into a sea of dust further. You quickly push yourself around the spiral as the book begins to fly off the shelf. Many turn, dark ash covering the path in front of you. Behind, further below, you see a wave of this ash fermenting. It grows, filling the library. The voice, now faded, far away, appears to chant, the collection, the collection! As you hear this, the tome lands before you. It does not turn into ash. Look at it. It says, Personal Spellbook of Grand Arcanist. This is a masterpiece. You must have it. Grab it. Failure. Whatever. Yes, such knowledge cannot be lost. Take the spellbook. Everything fades away in your hand, seems to go through the book. Floor into an ashen waste. Jesus, game! The second you raise your arm, the darkness disappears. Quickly gaining you. Go! That is when you notice a magazine. Yes, you can see it clearly. It is the red light in Norvik. It is banned in every official district. Oh, that's fine. I really don't care to stop for a random pinup magazine. Of course, annotated stacks of smut. Not exactly difficult. Hold on, look at the cover. It's a special, oh, that kind of edition. Take a look. God damn it, you glance at it. Oh, yes. You motherfucker! You're literally railroading me to make mistakes. Fuck you. This is bad design. It cannot hurt. No! This game is shit. It didn't give me a choice. It literally fucked me. It literally fucked me. It said, oh, you're gonna have to grab this. You have to. No option. You have to try to grab this. It's like, really? Who the fuck designed that? Hold on. I'm putting this on. And I'm putting this on. It's just shit design. Like, no joke. That is like the shittiest design I've ever seen. You give a player an option. That's what you're supposed to do. Grants minor intelligence. I think a lot of the stuff here was intelligence. So we're going to do the intelligence increase. But this gives me strength, which helps with that roll. So anything that lowers my intelligence, I should probably swap. Like, this is Constitution and Charisma. Charisma isn't helping me here. This is 2 strength for Charisma. Which I don't need. But no, that's stupid. It's like 2 intelligence, okay. I'll take that. Because then we can boost my intelligence up a little bit. Along with my strength. Alright. It's a little bit better. But no, it pisses me off that, like, literally that's some bad design. Railroading me to grab shit? Like, oh, look, this thing that could be valuable. No other option. You have to look at it. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But yeah, I'm putting on the, this because it helps in esoteric events, and this is considered an esoteric event. Great, now I have to reread. Is any of these, like... Okay. So there are rolls to not get enticed. That's so dumb. This is why it's dumb. It's like these rolls are just really bad. Because I just died, so I have to go through all that text again because I couldn't roll. It's like, really? This is just shit design. It's like, oh, you couldn't roll it. Dude, you don't add rolls to shit where you don't give people options. There wasn't even a save roll there. So literally, if you fail that one, you are fucked and you're instantly dead. That is some bad design. What is that? There was not even a save roll. Think about that. That's crazy. So there's like 3 rolls I have to pass, and if I don't pass these 3 rolls, I'm dead. That's the problem with rolls. It's like... Just hope we get every roll, guys. Hope we get the save roll. Failed. Failed. Died. It's like, dude, this is bad design. I'm sorry, this is just bad design. You can't give somebody a quest in the beginning area, in the beginning dungeon, and then expect them to fucking pass 3 fucking rolls. Like, it's just so fucking ass. Like, how the fuck can you design something like that? We just have to keep doing it until we pass it. Might as well just tell him I'm just gonna take it. It's mine. Because there's no difference. The book is mine. This is not equal exchange. Toss the dust. I don't care, I'm leaving. Too bad. Oh look, it's the exact same thing. Resist. Keep running. Resist. Success. Success! Get the fuck out! Still got it. Jesus. So the only difference is you're missing one of the roll checks. And this fucking thing is completely useless. It didn't do anything. Advantage in esoteric events. What advantage? I don't think it helped me at all. It literally gave me 0 advantage. I have to re-equip all my other shit. I thought it wanted my bag of holding. That's what I thought. I thought it wanted my bag of holding. I was gonna be like, alright, that's fair trade, whatever. And this time I keep my voting card. Whatever. Well, I'm saving for sure because... Fuck, man, that was annoying. Strength and wisdom. We have a lot of intelligent shit equipped. I think I had this on. Because we're mostly running Dex and Charisma. Oh my god. Book. God, it's not 18 yet, so we can still look around. See if we got anything. Apparently the light is like super duper important. Have a good stream, alright man. Have a good sleep. There are 2 faint paw prints, one on each side of the hallway. Both at the same time. You physically cannot reach both at the same time. You would require twice the arm length for that. 2 walls seem to be so far apart. Press, but nothing happens. Not even your full weight. Okay, so we need like a... We need somebody to like... talk to do this later. Nice. Item that says it does something in whatever event does nothing in the event. That was so shit. I was just pissed because it was like literally the only thing that I could fucking do. And I found it by accident. And they're like, oh, 4 different roles. It's like, really? And none was Dex. I'm surprised none of the roles would be considered Dex. Like, getting away from something is not considered Dex, it's considered intelligence and or wisdom. And or strength. Like, what the fuck? You know, intelligence, wisdom, and strength are the 3 things to resist shit. It's like, what the fuck? And this is like the death slime. I did not like that. That is not what you do when you have to, like, do rerolls. You don't make, like, a fucking thing like that. Because if you're gonna have to reroll that, it's really a travesty. Like, I do not like how those rerolls are. I mean, this game ain't too bad. You think my rat could do something here? I'm gonna pray. Yes. I have to do wisdom. Nah, it's not worth it. God, that was so shit. You don't give the player one option and then say, ooh, 3 varying rolls. It's like, what's the reward for giving the fucking guy... At least I'm gonna level up soon. It's gonna get to that nighter time. Oh yeah, did I touch this one? Okay, so where the fuck was that guy? I think he was down the ladder. This ain't it. This is something else. So it has to be down that ladder. Okay, let's go down that ladder. I'm gonna save just in case if it's gonna... I feel... You know, I have the rat. I feel like the rat does something. No. The rat does not do anything. This book gives 2 constitution. I mean, I could get more dex. Advantage against aberrations. Weird. I could put this on, get more dex. If need be. If only we could read the mind of this crab. Okay, I want to give the book to the guy. And I think the guy was over here. How do you check the time? Like, noon and stuff. I think it's getting darker. Oh, it has to be noon. There you are. I found the book. You did? What do you mean by talkative? There was a living library right below. Oh! Shuffling trove of knowledge below, but I have not spoken with an eyewitness. I bet it gave you some esoteric bullshit to handle, eh? The sale of magic around Jorah's coast makes things a bit too wacky. Lots of bullshit. Oh ho! Thank you then. This was no small thing. Now, do you promise to give it back? You get the book, I get to copy the foreword. Hand him the book. Piece of shit, there's even a gem on the latch. Such a brugosy bullshit, he says while flipping open the magical tome. I prefer my books with less flair and more content. Speaking of which... Of blood property? Huh? No, it's old enough for that. How curious. A few times while flipping through the golden pages. Beyond that, added note, the first page. This is most definitely exactly what I was looking for. With a book of mind. Huzzah! Hells yeah, as the kids say. Now. Takes out quill paper along some ink. Then he opens the book. First page of the dozen pages of foreword. Shall copy the foreword in its entirety. Hoping to find. Mainly answer for his exploration of Animus. But who knows if it will be mentioned either way. I should only take a few minutes. 1 hour. Oh my god. There we go. For wasting your time, cleric, but the transcription work had to be meticulous. Either way, now it's done. It's time for the final punctuation. Then, force explodes from the tome. Your limbs reach out on instinct. It's gonna hit the halfling, but if you follow through, it'll hit you instead. It wants a mind. Grab the book. You grab it from the shocked halfling, letting go without a fight. The energy imitating from its pages, now focusing on you. Fucked. Your mind is a fortress, the gates beaten down, floods in every crevice filled by ghostly whispers. Fail. Succeed. Succeed. Your vision grows bright. Oh well. This will have to do. What's going on? Think a little before you speak. What? Who are you? Lord Scholar Sidvix. I am Sidvix. The guy who wrote that book? What is it you want? I have not done anything. improvement over being brought back as a tool for that misbred mutant. Tell me, what do you wish to gain from myself, here in this near-corporeal form? Or is this halfling whose foolish ambitions you shall fulfill? I wish to know your secrets. Ambition of man has not all died then. You may ask whatever questions you have. Only for the esoteric shackles bound around my soul I shall answer. Who was that mutant you mentioned? A damned hagging's hag, one crawling around the holes of this horrid place. An arcanist? True one, yes, despite this one being what I would consider a damned idiot. He will never return to a sane state, no matter his lofty ambitions. That idiotic reading of his, it has burned a hole into my mind I will never be able to repair. Someday. Do not, or you will lose a part of your sanity. Do you have some insight about the gods? Gods are but chosen of the outsider. I once intervened a god during the war, a fellow with light features, his origin tracing back to Forgani farmers. He was taken Thazen as a guest, signing a peace between his insightful people and our empire. Not an idiot, despite his poor breeding, it must have been the human blood in that giant veins. To me, the functions of divinity and he and the other walking gods experienced it. A few of the strings, features common, and it appears the walking gods carry an ability to peer through near autonomous deviation into the phrase themselves, which explains their rise during the Divine Era while simultaneously making their fall during our era all the more embarrassing. You can see strings, not only they see strings through time. In any case, gods are but a relic of a bygone era. You need to not think of them any longer. I suggest leaving whatever divine path you are on the same moment the channeling of those powers stop. Belief has no power in Jor's realm, not in this era of crowds. About the animus? Yes, that is why most wish to gather the 6th edition. Dozens of copies I crafted, each contain a different foreword, each a fragment of my knowledge, my decades of research. I could not publish most of it, as it used legal data gathered during various what did you find? Animus are incomplete ideas, color a swatch standing amidst a palette of the mind, intense physical exertion. I managed to extract the deeper understanding and categorization of the mind. Personality research, however, it does not match perfectly, as all creatures seem to exhibit these categories in different forms. 6 categories, to be precise, 6. Prominent in the thoughts of most, they are not easily pinned down, nor are they practical due to their changing nature. However, there are 6 shades of the psyche which can be practically explored and examined, each on the spectrum of its own. Oh. I have distilled them into the following terms: force, agility, body, intellect, awareness, presence. Each creature has various aspects imprinted onto these 6. For example, the masculine is most often found within the force, though some can see it more within the intellect or presence. While the feminine is most often found within the body or awareness. There is much more to be discovered here. I was in the middle of the latest compilation when the disaster struck. Do you have any lost knowledge about string research? I do not research esoteric. What I can tell you is only the common knowledge of the Arcanist. Magic is true power, strings are chronological, and the purpose of man is to rule over lesser races. Coast War caused by Arcanists? Yes. However, it is obvious the cause for the war is but the idiocy of those lesser races. Okay. You don't like women? That sounds awesome. A glimpse into a better world and your mind is left awestruck. Typical. Tell me about this psychoanalysis thing. At first it was a folly. Could you do this to me? No. I don't bother handling patients. But how can you deduce your theories if you don't even interact with the people you write about? Such simple work is beneath me. Then who does? Lord Scholar, it does not matter, but if you must know, my servant's name was Mundus Guy, a hard worker despite his halfling breed. Is your soul in the copies? Yes, fragments of the whole. A necrotic spell, not unlike that of Lichdom and Undertake. If you wish to learn more, you'll have to survive this next era. Need any help with that? No. Tell me. Keep it short. I am the offspring of the nobility. It was easy, and the rabbles are mindless and crave etiquette. Look at you now, a spirit in the book. I gladly remain as a apparition if it means not having to share earth and ground and mongrels and peasants. I'm no arcanist, I'm simply a result. Haha, how you end up like this. The second wave, when the free striders grew bold enough to rile the raving mutts into beheading all but the purest of their kin, a purity only proven by loyalty to their ethereal ideals. Ideals crowned in gold and copper. The two main methods of free strider success. Before I could escape that wretched ruin of a city, I was thrown in a dungeon. Then weeks later, they beheaded me in the view of the populace. Even the most monarchs would not behave. It is a sign of the times, the lack of respect for anything beyond oh so easily swayed crowd. Why did you stay long enough to be captured? You really messed up. So you didn't play the game of crowds. I did. For many years, newspapers, bribes, calculated rhetoric. Okay. Been moonwatch that filthy human. Nothing. More task. Then I will gladly end this inane conversation. I suggest not summoning me again until you have more useful questions, or destroy whatever vessel is near. But for now, you have at the very least shown to be less of an annoyance than that damned Hagen Shags. In return, I shall leave this place once more without ripping your mind to shreds. Vacuum is left within you. Mine as the present slips. Eyes, you see a rough halfling looking down on you. Simply marvelous, my dear cleric. You appear to have been in contact with the spirit. I've written down your conversation here. Get up. This is so much to learn from. This absolute piece of shit. Managed to write down the foreword? I did. Perfect condition. Did you hear that thing about the halfling? Yes, very interesting. He looks around for a pencil. And the rest? Yes, yes. He looks over his notes. Why did he just accidentally summon the spirit of his dead scholar? Over the gem-encrusted tome, its latch resealed. It appears to be some kind of necrotic container, of sorts perhaps. But in literal sense, that does not make sense. Rather, my guess bound his spirit to all these magical 6th editions, making sure to spread them out across collections in the world. For what purpose? Most likely to bring himself back at some point. How? Who knows? But that book is now yours. Considering the danger involved, I would suggest not opening it again, at least not without a team of backup exorcists. What are you going to do with this information? Good question. First off, I want to find out more about this guy fellow. Arcanists are well known for approaching the work of other lesser folk. Considering what we heard here today, I wish to delve more properly into all of this. What's the time? 18 is like the time we want to be looking around somewhere. Mess on his desk to face you with a confident smile and a sweaty brow. This has been a significant step in the right direction. Thank you, cleric. I got a magic book out of it. A magic book with a ghost in it. I think the kids say these days, they say, always lucky, never punished. I can't. Dude. Don't let him rant anymore. I have no idea. Move on. I don't have any strong opinions. I didn't really listen. Thank you for listening to my rant, cleric. I gotta leave. I don't want to talk to him if he's taking up that much time. Completed. So we completed it. So how do we do the thing? So it's only 1 point per level. Hit dice +1. Ability score +1. Whatever. Lame. Let me... After completing a quest, access the feats. What's this game called? Esoteric Ebb. Triggers a take a root event. What's this book do? Feels oddly esoteric to touch. I'm trying to figure out... Completed. The Lost Sixth. Any feats? Does not reward. Focus on progression, the narrative, giving scholars sooner. Copy. While completing this advances the storyline. Are probably determined by how you handle certain quests. Whatever. Inventory is getting pretty hefty. Try to get his health up as much as I can. Because we might be in a fight eventually. We have crazy Dex. Dex is getting a bit crazy. Now we probably have a book that's worth a shit ton. So what did he say about the... You hear there's going to be trouble on Water Lane this evening on your first day at Tolstad. Water Lane. Water Lane view. So we're in Water Lanes. They're... A tense scene. Oh, cleric, just in time. Or young guys just hanging around looking normal. We've confiscated the illegal goods, he says. For the city. How's it going?
Mm-hmm.
Trying... Hold on. Are you militia? I'm Rollo. The blonde kid says and takes a bow at your service. Behind me are Earth Nissi and Toli, members of the Nordic Resistance. A moment to your thieves. And internet burn book burners. The girl adjusts her spectacles. With all due respect, Mr. Cleric, don't believe a word these thugs say. You notice the two other girls behind her? Halfling and a dwarf. Assholes. Careful, it's an actual cleric. Thugs? Come on. Really? Like the A aren't just a bunch of ruffians? I'm the cleric. They've stolen, she hisses, then turns to Rollo to bark out, you stole our entire Water Lane delivery. Yeah, sure. Of an illegal newspaper. Wait a second, no. I need to correct something. I'm not actually... Okay, so I'm sensing a conflict here. To uphold the law, right? So arrest these assholes now. What's going on here? For listening to reason. I know we look some dumb kids, but we're not. About his expression makes you think the exact opposite. Yeah, I know these are dumb kids, no doubt. He gestures towards you, and then to himself. We're on the same team here. I don't look dumb. He says, looking dumb. Tell me what you're doing here. So, we heard about the Asgul chant being delivered on Toldstad, or did it at the guild. I work at the fishery, and I see every day how radicalized by dwarven nonsense, so I figured I'd get the boys with me, and we'd, you know, put a stop to it. Through violence and terror? We, couldn't figure out where the thing was printed or anything. A lot of copper press designs don't really have official companies behind them. Crash like the chant you hear coming from the short kid in the back. Go fuck yourself, Thule. Hey, relax. I'm telling our story here to the good old Lord Cleric. He turns back to you and Cos once. Of course, it's illegal to distribute unlicensed papers in every official district. So I ask around, and apparently someone saw these girls at the university going around delivering it. What's that difficult to go figure out? It was Medusa doing the deliveries. She's not allowed to do that, the large kid says with a nod. You guys know each other? There's history here? Yeah. Everybody knew who Medusa was. The blonde kid says with a grin. And boring. Also, fuck you. Anyway, that's how we got here. They're delivering an illegal magazine, and we put a stop to it. He grins wide and proud. What are you guys voting for? The Workers' Party, she says. Same for me. Yeah. And these stupid boys are obviously voting for the party of Norvik. No, we're not. None of us are. Yeah, fuck that. What? Yeah, no. The silent kid in the back raises his fist into air. Fuck the establishment. Rolo nods to the cleric. There are deeper forces at work here. Divine forces. You're not voting for anything? Indeed. We're not voting at all. That's impressive. What if you don't engage in democracy? The bad guys win. Fighting the evil powers ready to establish a true resistance to anti-human sentiments for Earth. The girl... That sounds like conspiracy. Okay, fine. We deliver papers. Chant, maybe you've heard of it. It's a pretty big deal. She draws a sharp breath. We have a busy schedule, and right as we start delivering the papers, Waterlane, these pieces of shit start following us, taking papers you just delivered right out of people's mailboxes. Highly illegal. Of course it's illegal. Printing does not even register. She does not even hear it. Insolent behavior. And then they grab one of our paper stacks from Zerba, like straight up assault and theft. It wasn't get away with this. What does the law say about this conflict? Or whatever silly name its anonymous publisher gave it. And told sad. The city knows that terrible papers should not be given out. At the same time, it is also illegal to steal delivered newspapers from mailboxes, even if those papers are delivered illegally. That's a lot of legality. Both are in the wrong. In a different way, yes. Okay, I've come to a conclusion. Nationalists approach a blunt. Compromise? Probably not. Nah. What do you want? Step back. You spoke with Rollo's younger brother. Fuck it. God fucking damn, this is why I hate rolls, dude. You're not allowed. Wait a second. Now! Fuck this run. Alright, fine. Second, the two sides disperse. Take root. At least we got something. Too much text. I'm not reading it. Yeah, I'm not reading it. My character needs to sleep. Okay, stop trying to explain shit to me that are basic. I'm not a fan of that in games. It's like, come on. Who's what? Ugh, for fuck's sake. Lady of her. No, don't remove it. How do I check it? Alright. Where's the map? I need a place to, like, have my character rest. Because he's exhausted. Is it day again? I thought it was supposed to be like night. Why is the sun up? not going this way. Maybe here? No, I don't think here either. Yo, what's up? Yo, what up? How are you doing? I want to go to the Drunk Sphinx, because they have a specific time. Been great, nice to meet you. Yeah, welcome in. I've spent like the last 4 weeks making this character. Like the little thing in the corner, face tracking all that. Wow. Behold. Need to rest before I can do that, damn. This. Guarding. Hole in reality. Love your beautiful ASMR videos, thanks. A little ambient, just a... She must have been... Must be boring tavern, makes sense. Meeting her. You'd expect her to act a bit drunker. Woof. She finishes the last bit of her barrel, puts down with a slam. Once I had the sun's favor, my creed cling close to the wall. Matured in shadow, I've witnessed empires rise and fall. Once left in silence, now the life of the ball, she raises her paw and gestures to the open chamber. Yet I remain a daughter of remembrance, a history's thrall. What am I? You're a sphinx. Answer to my riddle? Oh. I don't think I can get this. It's impossible. I'd have to get a D20. I'd have to get a 20 roll. What happens if I get it wrong? Failure. What could it be? You only get one shot, so make it count. Old and time-worn that was once in the light, then lived in shadows for a long time before it became popular again. You focus your mind. Something old and time-worn that was once in the light, then lived in the shadows for a long time before it became popular again. I'd say the moon. No, that is wrong. You gonna crush me to death? You simply disappointed me. That should be a punishment enough. She gives you a strange look. Is she going to eat you? Are you interested in a quest? Yes? Good, then you may have another chance to prove yourself. Accepting divine quest from a sphinx is no trifling matter. In fact, few would survive such an ordeal. An ancient creature of myth and legend. You'll also look incredibly manly. A quest? Indeed. Behind this stands a vault. It opens only to those worthy. Her massive head downward, close enough for you to smell the wine breath. To prove worthy, you must solve my most ancient of riddles. So old it was handed to me when I first stepped inside this chamber millennia past. I'm pretty great at questing. I'm sure you are, little one. So what exactly is the Sphinx quest? Or revealed by action, she goes quiet and closes her eyes. I can't just. She opens eye and shushes you. Found within the arcane flare, twin tongues of flame that scorch the air. She takes a breath, revealing a wicked grin. Burrowed deep within the earth, a primal string to show your worth. Then she leans in, almost whispering those final words. Vulcan gods enduring herds, a man divine alone house his words. You understand it immediately. I'd have to think about this one. It's not something you can speak. As you understand this riddle return here, you can only solve it during daytime alone. We wouldn't want anyone else accidentally figuring out this riddle, would we? I never sleep, so you can show up anytime after sunrise and before the tavern opens. The Great Quest. I'll be going now. It's dusk. Ooh, but it's not worth it.
Hey.
I can't stop to chat. Do swing by Water Lane later, will you? Steps past you and leaves the tavern. You look over one behind the bar. Let me just check what you... It's a lot of money. I'll hold off. The Cleric of Norvik. He has 45 XP. Is it clear to you that you're the tavern owner? Sure. You know about the tea shop? It blew up. Are you a witness? Arn. Okay, my guy needs a bed, and then I'm gonna play Terraria. Okay. Oh my god, the amount of quests. Oh, and there's Copper Press Fever. You should find the location of the Copper Press. Oh god. So many quests. Oh. Have I touched this? Yeah, I've touched this before. So this is just another entrance. Cool. My guy needs a bed. Bad. He needs a place to sleep. It's weird how this still looks like it's middle of the day. But yeah, let's go find this guy at bed. Because he needs it bad. Yeah, this is not where I wanted to go. So curses, I still have to find the right way to go. This map is so confusing, bruh. I just want bed and then I play Terraria. Yes. Countess, if the light might truly be of your making, for thine ethereal and glamorous nature beheld within that halo of eyes is my duality which foreverly plagues my being and soul. The sun, I say, the sun is nothing compared to you. Weeping over the... As your helm touches the ground of the mattress garden, you feel the urge. Final urge to tell the angel one more thing. You consecrate the very earth, my lady. Like smooth honey. Yeah, honey. With many eyes. No response at first, but then she raises her head. Thank you. Why, at least she's not pissed. Take that as a win. Be careful now. Has no interest in small talk. Is this the Darrow residence? I would be honest. Turn her face towards you for the first time. Everyone in this damn district mocking you. When is he available? There's no stealing. That's not good. Hey, but I'm on here. Hey, I got it now. Nice. I have to search this game, how to get bed. What's this game even called again? Shit. Esoteric Ebb, how to get bed. Okay, so we have to wait until midnight. I mean, alright, I can save and... at midnight. I can save and then start another stream a little bit later. Alright, good. See you guys a little bit later.